Welcome everyone. In this video we'll be talking about your day 3 of the foundation course. This day 3 course is divided into 10 different sections. In that we'll be focusing on section 5, which is cabinet internal design. And once you placed all the cabinets in your project, you will notice one important thing where if you just open the door of any wardrobe here, you will see that the internal is completely empty. Can you see here? That is the same scenario for any wardrobe cabinet from our catalog. In default, it doesn't come with any internal. That is because we can design the internal according to our requirement. Okay, so for that, I'll just use this double door cabinet as an example to showcase how we can design the internal of a wardrobe. First, you need to open the shutter of that cabinet. That way you can see the internal and you can precisely design it. Okay. Or if you're a person like me where this open shutter which is present on the side is visually disturbing you, you can even select by part. Select those two shutters. I'm holding shift to multi-select those shutters and I can even hide the shutters. Can you see in the floating window you have hide option. Shortcut is Control H. You can click it, you can hide the shutters. That way you can peacefully work on designing the internal of the cabinet. Okay. And after designing it, if you like to unhide your shutters, at the bottom here can you see you have your show and hide option, right? This eye icon, click it and this will open up a pop-up window. In this, at the first you will see something known as show hidden. Shortcut is Alt H. So if you click it, it will unhide your component. So remember, if you like to hide something, Control H is the shortcut. If you like to unhide something, Alt H is the shortcut. So once it is hidden, now your internal is completely visible for you to design it. Okay, so for that, you first need internal components, right? You first need your shelf, partition, internal drawers, all those components which you generally use to design the internal of the wardrobe. You first need it, right? We even catalog all those internal components as well. Okay, the thing is it won't be available under your product catalog window. This is the window where your cabinets will be available. Okay, if you're looking for the internal component in this catalog, can you see there is this important category here named parts? Click it and this will open up the catalog of internal components where you have your shelf, partitions, your internal drawer, grids, accessories and everything which you can use to precisely design the internal of your wardrobe. So before starting with the internal design, first let me just explain you how am I going to design this cabinet here. First, I'm going to vertically divide this compartment into two different segments. You know, the left compartment and right compartment. In that right compartment will be a smaller compartment because I'm going to use it only as a shelf. Where the left compartment is where I'm going to place my internal drawer at the middle and I'm planning to even place grid boxes at the bottom. In addition to that, top will be the cloth hanging compartment. So I need to place an anchor rod at the top and I'm planning to place a locker unit in the shelf compartment in proximity to my internal drawer position. Also, I'm planning to place the strip lighting for all the internal compartments. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna design this cabinet's internal. So once that is decided, we can start designing the internal. So first I'm gonna place a vertical partition to divide this compartment vertically into two. Okay, so for that just click on this partition tab here and there you have your partition. Just click it and that partition will be attached to the cursor. Can you see as you move your cursor, the partition will also move along with it. And as soon as I get this cursor inside the compartment, you will notice something interesting. Can you see here? The partition has automatically adapted the height and depth based on the internal compartment's dimension. Can you see here? If it is outside this internal compartment, it will have a generic dimension. But as soon as it gets inside this internal compartment, can you see it has automatically adapted its dimension to fit that compartment, right? That's it. We don't even need to adjust the dimension of the internals manually. The tool itself will automatically take care of it. And if you're planning to place this partition at the center of this width, it is precisely snapping to the midpoint and it is showing that snap line midline, right? Okay, but in my case, this need to be off-centered. So I can just place it anywhere. And once it is placed, I can just select by part and select this partition. You will notice that it is showing the clearance distance of this partition from the right panel and from the left panel. Can you see here? And now if I want this partition to be exactly 350 mm from the right panel, I can click on this clearance. Right now it is 367.2. I can edit it to 350, press enter. The partition will precisely move to the point. Same logic what we used. Okay, so if you would like to move something, you can select it. It will show you its respective clearance. Edit that clearance, that selected component will move. That even applies for your internal components too. And once your partition is done, now this wardrobe is divided into two compartments, left and right compartment. Now I can start creating this shelf compartment on the right. So for that I can just go for the shelf here, and here you will see there are three types of shelves which are present for the internals. First one is your regular shelf, where you have your fixed shelf, adjustable shelf and your glass shelf. According to your design you can go for it. In my case here, all the shelves here are fixed shelf. So I can just click on this fixed shelf, and when the shelf is outside this compartment, you will see it has a completely different dimension. But as soon as I get it within this compartment, can you see it has automatically adjusted the width and depth to the dimension of the internal configuration. Can you see here? And not only this, if I just take this cursor and place it on this compartment, it will automatically adapt the width and depth to this compartment. So the process is extremely simple. Okay, so just take it and place it in the compartment where you want. And once it is placed, you can just select that shelf. It will show you its respective clearance from the top panel and bottom panel. And I want the shelf to be exactly 350 mm from the top panel. So in that case, I can just click on the top clearance, make it as 350, press enter. It will precisely move to the point. So this is how you can place a shelf and adjust its clearance according to your design. So this one is with regards to your regular shelf. If you are looking for a corner shelf, especially if you are designing the internal for this L-corner wardrobe, you might need a different type of shelf, right? So you might need an L-corner left shelf, right shelf, or this L-corner shaped shelf. You have it in the glass form too. Or if you're looking for a curved shelf, that is also available. And not only that, if you're designing the internal for a pentagon corner cabinet, its shelf is also precisely available. Okay. And you even have your smart cube shelves too. So if you're using smart cubes in your design and if you want to add a shelf, you have it, you can precisely add. So these are all the different types of shelves which can add it to your design. That way I've used this fixed shelf and placed within my cabinet. And I told you this entire compartment is going to be shelf compartment, right? So I'm planning to place 4 or 5 shelves here depending on the availability. So in that I place first shelf. If I want to place a second shelf, same process. Click on it, where you can place another one underneath it. And once it is done, just select it. It will show the clearance distance of this shelf here from the top shelf and the bottom panel. You can just click it and you can follow the same process for the other shelf. So this way you can create n number of shelves manually. Or there is a much time efficient process here to add shelves. For that, first you need to place a shelf within that compartment. I've already placed it, right? You can place the shelf at any point in this compartment. Once it is placed, just select that shelf. It will open up a floating window. In this floating window, can you see there is this third option here named panel array, right? Click it. And this will open up your panel array window on the right. Here you have to type in the number of shelves which you want in this compartment. Now can you see here? The tool has automatically detected the compartment where the shelf was placed. And based on the number of panel what you're typing here, the shelf will automatically be arrayed in that compartment. So in my case here, I'm looking for 4 shelves. So I'm just typing it as 4. Just click on OK. That's it. 4 shelves will be placed at a mutual distance from each other. As simple as that. And after the panels are created using panel array, you can just select any panel. Then you can control the position. Can you see it is showing you the clearance distance, right? You can just click it and you can control the position, or if you want, you can even delete it as well by clicking on this delete option here or press delete button in your keyboard. That could be it. Okay, so using panel array doesn't mean that that is the final configuration. You can modify it according to your design. So that way I've created the shelf compartment on the right. Now let me just focus on my left compartment. First, I'm planning to place an internal drawer at the center here. So for that, I can just click on this internal drawer category. Can you see here? You will see different configurations of internal drawer. Remember, these are all the internal drawers, which means this can be applied only inside a cabinet. Okay, and this drawer what you're seeing, these are external drawers. This comes as a part of the cabinet itself. Okay, but when it comes to internal drawer, it will be only available under parts in your cabinet. So that way, can you see you have different configurations of internal drawer here. In this, let me just go for a simple 2 drawer configuration, which is this one. Click it. And if the internal drawer is placed outside, it will have a completely different dimension. But as soon as I place my cursor within this compartment, can you see here? It has automatically adapted its dimension based on the available clearance type. Once it is placed, just click it and the internal drawer will precisely be placed. And once it is placed, you just select this internal drawer. It will show you its respective clearance, the clearance of this internal drawer from the top panel and from the bottom panel. You can click it and precisely move it to the point. In my case here, I want this to be exactly 315 mm from the bottom, so it is precise. I'm going to leave it this way. And just underneath this internal drawer, I'm planning to place grid box here. So for that, can you see I have a separate category here, grids. Click it. And here I have my pigeon boxes of different configurations, 2x2, 2x3, 3x2 and 3x3. I can select it and just place your cursor in that compartment. The grid box will automatically adapt to the available clearance. Can you see here? Your 2x2 grid box is precisely placed. And apart from the grid box, I told this compartment is going to be the anchoring compartment, right? So here a anchor rod need to be placed, which will be available in your accessories. So just click it. And here can you see your first category of accessory is your anchor rod. So here you will find different types of anchor rod. Your top mounted, side mounted, your pull down, and this is a top mounted anchor rod for your L corner wardrobe. In my case here, I'm just going for a normal side mounted anchor rod. Just click it. It will attach to the cursor. Just place your cursor within that compartment. Can you see it will automatically adapt to the available width of that compartment. If I place it here, it will also automatically adapt to that available clearance. So you don't have to manually adjust the dimension. The tool itself will automatically take care of it. And once it is done, just click it. And you will notice in default, this anchor rod will be placed at the center of the step. Okay. But if you want, you can just select this anchor rod which is placed. It will show you the clearance. Can you see? It is showing you the clearance distance of this anchor rod from the top, from the bottom, from the front, which is 288, and from the back, which is 268, right? You can move it too. Okay, so in my case here, let this anchor rod be at the center of the step, but I want this anchor rod to be exactly 80 mm from the top. Right now it is 60.4, right? I can just click it, type it as 80, press enter. It will precisely be updated. So this is how you should be able to place your anchor rods. Similar scenario for your other type of anchor rods too. And once your anchor rod is placed, now I'm planning to place the lighting. And here when it comes to lighting, you have two types of lighting, your strip light and your spotlight. Okay, and when it comes to strip light, you have both your horizontal strip light and vertical strip light. These two are the internal strip lighting, which means these two are the strip lighting which will be placed inside a cabinet. And this one here is an external strip lighting. It will be mentioned in its name. Can you see? So this is a strip lighting which will be applied at the bottom of a cabinet. This is something that is majorly used in your vanity and storage cabinets. If you want to add a strip lighting underneath the wall mounted storage cabinet, in those cases you can use it. And in this scenario, I'm going to design the internal of the wardrobe. So I don't need to use this external strip light. Instead, I can focus on applying the horizontal internal strip light and vertical internal strip light. First, let me just place the horizontal strip light here. Just click it, place your cursor in that compartment. Can you see your horizontal strip light? It's automatically placed at the top of that compartment. Can you see here? Just click it. Your strip lighting is placed. And once the strip lighting is placed, just select it. It will show you the clearance distance, right? The distance of the strip light from the front, which is 290, and from the back, which is 270. If you want the strip light to be near your back panel, then click on this back clearance and make it as 0. Press enter. This will move near your back panel. Or if you want the strip lighting near your shutter, then click on the front clearance and make it as 0. It will move near your shutter. So depending on your requirement, you can precisely position your strip lighting. In my case here, I want the strip lighting near my back panels. I'm just positioning it. Now I can follow the same process and apply the strip lighting for each and every compartment. So I can place a strip lighting at this compartment. Can you see it has automatically modified the width of the strip lighting to the available clearance, and it will automatically be positioned at the top panel of that compartment. Okay, all I need to do is just edit its respective clearance to control the position, and I can follow the same process for the second compartment here and control the clearance distance. So this is how we can place an horizontal internal strip lighting for your cabinets. Now let's just focus on vertical strip lighting. So for the vertical strip lighting here, can you see you have it here, right? Just click it and place your cursor on the panel where you like to place that vertical strip light. Because here when it comes to horizontal lighting, it will always be placed on the top, right? But when it comes to vertical lighting, it might be placed on the left hand side panel, right hand side panel, or sometimes both. In those cases, you have to precisely position on which panel you would like to place the strip light, whether on this panel or on your left panel, based on which the strip light will automatically be attached. And once it is placed, just click it. It will be attached, and then select the strip light. It will show you its respective clearance. Edit the clearance to position it according to your design. So can you see here? Now I can follow the same process and apply a vertical strip lighting for the right hand side of this compartment. Now I can follow the same process. And one thing you will notice here is, can you see, when it comes to vertical strip lighting, it will automatically adapt its height based on that specific compartment height. So that way, can you see, your one strip lighting is added to this length and there is another strip lighting which is added to this length. For the second compartment here, you have to again do the same process where you have to place it on the left and right and you have to adjust the clearance. So this is the proper way of attaching a strip lighting for each and every compartment. That is because the strip light what you're seeing here, this is not a groove based strip light. This one is an external strip light which is added on top of the panel. Right? So a linear cut through strip light can't be provided. If it is a groove based strip light, then you can create a common groove, we can add a strip light to it, right? But since it's an external strip light, a linear cut through strip light can't be provided. You have to independently apply it for each and every compartment. This is the proper way of applying a vertical strip lighting. Or if you're not bothered about your strip lighting interfering the shelf or panels here, just apply it for one compartment here. Select the strip light and on the right, can you see it is showing its respective parameters, right? The width of the strip light, depth of the strip light and the height. Click on this height and modify it. In my case here, I want the strip light to be extended from the downside. So I can just select this toggle. And right now, can you see the height of this compartment is 298. It is automatically adapted, right? Instead, I can click it and I can make it as 2164. Now can you see, right? So this could be done if you're not bothered about your strip lighting interfering with your shelf, okay? But this is not a proper way of doing it because here can you see, since there is an external strip light, it will interfere with the thickness of the shelf. But if you're just focusing on the rendering aspect of it, then you can precisely go for this too. So this is how you should be able to place your strip lighting for your cabinets. In addition to that, if you're planning to place a spotlight, that could also be done. Can you see? Just click it and here you have your spotlights. Select it and place it, and once it is placed, it will show you its respective clearance. Edit that clearance. That way you can position it according to your design. And not only your anchor rod and lighting, your pullouts and locker is also present under accessories. So can you see here under pullout, you have your mirror pullouts here. In addition to that, you even have your pant pullout, pant and sari pullout, and your tie and belt anchor is also present. So if you're planning to place a pant pullout, just click it, place your cursor in that compartment. Can you see? It will automatically be adapted to the available clearance of the compartment. Similar scenario for your pant and sari pullout too, which is this one. Just click it and place it in the compartment. Just in seconds it will be adapted. Or if you're planning to go for a belt and tie anchor, that is also available. Just click it and position it on the side panels. Can you see here? And it will precisely be placed. So these are all the different types of pullout which you can add to the internals of a cabinet. Not only that, if you are looking for a locker, that is also present. And here can you see you have a specific subcategory named locker under accessory. If you click it, you will see two types of locker here. One is your flush locker, another one is your conventional locker. So if you're looking for a conventional locker, just click it, place it here. It will take the conventional dimension here. And once it is done, just select that locker, go to style of that locker, and there you will see different brands of locker. So what you're seeing now is Affle. We've cataloged Epco and Godrej too. Just click it and it will precisely be applied. So if you're looking for a conventional locker, you can go for this. Or if you're looking for a fleshed locker units, that is also available. Can you see the first option here? Just click it and place your cursor in the compartment where the flush locker need to be placed. Can you see? It will automatically adapt to the width of that compartment. Just click it. Your flush locker unit is placed. And right now there is a clearance gap between this unit and the top. No worries. Just click on the top shelf. It will show the clearance distance which is present now, which is 48 mm. Just click on that clearance and make it as 0. That way the shelf will precisely be placed on top of the locker. So this is how you'll be able to add a fleshed locker unit to your cabinet. So now can you see here? The entire internal of this cabinet is designed. And once it is done, you can just select by part. That way I can just select this internal drawer, and on the right it will show you its respective parameters. Can you see? In the parameter, I can control the cabinet type of this internal drawer. which is external handle like this, or if you want, I can even make it as finger groove too. And not only that, I can even open this internal drawer using the second parameter, door and drawer opening. And in addition to that, you will notice this internal drawer in default comes with a side dummy on both the sides, right? If you want, you can control the nature of the side dummy. You can make it as no side dummy. That way you will have a full-fledged drawer unit. Or if you want, you can even add one side dummy on the left or only on the right, or if you want, you can have it on the both. And if you added a side dummy, you even have an option to control the width of the side dummy too. Can you see here right now? Both the side dummy is of 50 mm wide. I can control it. So I can make the left side dummy as 35 mm. You can make the right side dummy as 35 mm, based on which it will be adapted in the model. Not only that, since I've gone in for a 2-drawer configuration, I even have a parameter to control the height of each drawer here. So right now I can control the height of the drawer 1, and I can even control the height of the drawer 2 too. So in my case here, let the height of the drawer 1, let it be about 200 mm, and the height of the drawer 2 can be 250. And not only that, if you notice, the drawer fascia what you are seeing here is a default external handle drawer, correct? What if you want to change the drawer fascia? What if you are looking for a glass drawer fascia, a U-shaped glass drawer fascia, or a CNC cut drawer? All those are also present. Okay, for that you have to go select by part. Right now if you notice, we are in select by part. It is in default now. Okay, on 99% of scenario it should be in default, but only to change the drawer fascia of this internal drawer, you have to go here, instead of default just change it to drawer. Once it is done, now you can just select the drawer, just double click it. That way, can you see, you can select these internal drawers here separately, right? So don't worry, it is almost the same logic what you follow in your conventional modeling tool. So if you just select something in group, if you single click it, that entire group will be selected, correct? So that way, can you see, the entire internal drawer is selected. What if I want to select the individual component within that group? In your conventional modeling, you'll just double click it to get inside that group. That way you can select the internals which are present inside it, right? Same logic here. If you select once, that entire internal drawer as a group will be selected. If you want to select the internal components of that group, you have to double click it so that you'll get inside that group. You'll get inside that internal drawer. That way I can select the individual components of that internal drawer. So that way let me just select the top drawer, go to style. And here can you see there is something called drawer style, right? Click it. And this will open up the drawer style catalog, another prodigy of NAADI. So here you will find different types of internal drawer styles. So this one here is the conventional drawer, what you are looking, okay? In addition to that, if you are looking for a box cut CNC, that is also present. Can you see here? Or if you are looking for an oval cut CNC, that is also available. If you are looking for a finger space, not finger groove, if you are looking for a finger space, that is also present here, which is your design 4. Can you see here? Or if you are looking something with your glass fascia, you have 3 designs here. Design 7, design 6 and design 3. In design 3, you will have a U glass fascia. You even have your onset glass fascia, which is design 6, and your inset glass fascia, which is design 7. Can you see here? So these are all the different drawer fascias for your internal drawer. You can precisely select it according to your design. In my case here, let me just go for this U drawer fascia for the top drawer. And for the bottom drawer, let me just go for a finger space. So I'm just selecting this bottom drawer here. Go to style, click on this drawer style. And here, let me just go for this finger space. Can you see? As simple as that. So this is how you can control the parameter of the internal drawer and change its drawer fascia according to your design. Remember, for this drawer fascia change of this internal drawer, make sure you select by part and select by drawer here specifically. Only for this scenario we'll be doing this. Apart from that, 99% of scenarios, your select by part should always be in default. Okay, and once you change the drawer fascia of the internal drawer, make sure you replace it back to default. Not only that, if you just select this locker here, if you go to the parameter, can you see? I can even control the parameter of this locker. So in that, the first parameter here is door and drawer opening, using which I can open up this locker door. In addition to that, I can control the side dummy. So right now, can you see the side dummy is present on the right hand side of this locker, right? If you want, you can just make it as left side too, depending on your design. And not only that, you can even control the width of the side dummy of your locker, and your front depth width can also be controlled. So once you did all this, can you see your internal of this wardrobe is completed, and now you can unhide your shutters. For that, place your cursor on this eye icon. It will open up a pop-out window, and there at the top you will have show hidden shortcut is all four. Click it. Can you see the shutters are visible now? And now I can select by cabinet. That way I can select this entire cabinet and I can close the shutters. So this is how you should be able to design the internal of the wardrobe. I've explained it using a double door wardrobe here, but the similar scenario applies for any cabinet. It could be your spring wardrobe, it could be your sliding wardrobe, loft cabinet, storage cabinets, or it could even be your kitchen cabinet. If you would like to design its internal, this is the process. So with this, your section 5 of the day 3 foundation course is completed.